stated your governance ministers are acting like all other Canadians and examining their own pocketbooks. That was your quote. Do you believe that Canadians have examined their pocketbooks and have decided that they can spend more the way you have? Is that really what you're thinking? That they are examining their pocketbooks and are making the decision to spend more and can spend more as you are? I don't think they are. What would you like to tell Canadians on that, please?
Well, Mr. Chair, I do appreciate the question, and the intention of that point was to say that this is a time where we need to be prudent with our spending, and at the Treasury Board of Canada, our role is to oversee government spending and to ensure that we undertake a risk analysis at all times of that spending.
Thank you.
And
Being
so
prudent
when
with
we
your
table
spending,
the main
Minister,
estimates, that is the goal.
How do you think the younger generation looks right now at you and your government with a $39.8 billion deficit in the current budget? Do you really think they believe that you are being prudent with a $39.8 billion deficit that not only this generation, but the next generation is going to have to pay off? Do you really think that's being prudent, Minister?
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, we have the lowest debt to GDP ratio in the G7 and a AAA credit rating. And at the same time, we are maintaining that fiscal prudent track, and we are also providing supports to Canadians through dental care, through pharmacare, contraception for women so that they can make their own choices about their
Canadians,
bodies.
when they're
Mr.
standing
Chair.
in line at the food bank, don't care about the debt to GDP ratio. They don't care about that. They just care that their tummies are empty and that they want food on the table to feed their families.
Unlike the Conservative government
Minister,
before
the
us.
government is currently spending more on debt servicing costs than they are in health transfer payments.
Sorry, Mr. Chair.
Minister, in the main estimates, it stated $46.5 billion was required simply to service our debt. This is in addition to this year's $39.8 billion deficit. Now, in the supplementary estimates, you have come back and asked for another $1.9 billion, as though this $1.9 billion was an oversight to service the national debt. Why were these numbers not properly accounted for in your main estimates just a few months ago? And what can we as Canadians expect in the future in terms of further amounts that have not been accounted for as a result of your bad accounting?
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, on the issue of poverty, our government, unlike the Conservative government prior to us, we've reduced poverty in this country by 22%. On the issue of the debt, I will say that our government has made a decision to ensure that we have strong fiscal markers like a AAA credit rating, like the lowest debt to GDP ratio in the G7, while supporting Canadians, while ensuring that we have affordable housing supports in place, while ensuring that we have dental care available for our population.
Then, Minister,
and pharmacare
why are
as well,
1 in 4
Chair.
Canadians skipping meals? Again, the 1 in 4 Canadians that are skipping meals really don't take comfort in these statistics that you are saying here today or in the House of Commons when you are responding.